it is very common when you are sick or when you have any kind of physical trauma to your body that you will lose hair. And, that is because your body is kind of in a fight or flight, and it's saying, okay, I'm not going to worry about blood flow to the hair right now. I'm going to focus on healing. And so often people will see hair loss after some sort of illness or physical trauma. It was really scary, but I just wanted to share some of the things that I've learned about supporting hair growth and hair health naturally, and then give y'all some oils and supplements that Young Living has that can help, and some DIY recipes that I really like. So, why is hair health important? So as I was going through this and I was learning, I learned that 25% of women suffer from hair thinning or loss. And that number, 25%, actually increases for women over the age of 30. So as you hit 30 and so on, it actually increases as you age. So at the age of 40, it's something like 60% of women, and it just keeps going up. And so it's really important that we are proactive in caring for our hair so that we can prevent and help some of that thinning as we age. And also, if you're dealing with some kind of illness or something, that you can support it through that. 80% of women report that their hair really affects the way they feel about themselves. So this was another number that I was really shocked by. I mean, I guess I shouldn't be super shocked, because to me, my hair has always been important to me, and I feel like I try to take good care of it. But 80% of women say that it really affects the way they feel. One study that I saw said that there was a correlation with depression and, hair, people reporting that their hair was not up to their liking. Like maybe it was thin or, brittle or flat or, whatever. So I thought that was really fascinating information. And these are reasons why taking care of our health proactively is important. So I want to go over really quick some oils that are actually really beneficial to your hair health. Rosemary is the first one. So rosemary, there's actually a study that I linked here on this slide that where they looked at patients who had alopecia, which is a disease that causes you to lose your hair. And they studied people they had two groups, people who were given a medication for their alopecia to try to bring back the hair. And also they gave another group rosemary essential oil to use instead of the medication. And they found in this study, there was no difference in the amount of hair that came back with the rosemary versus the medication. So, if you're looking for a way to improve your hair health, rosemary is the way to go. And if you want something more natural, because often, medications are going to come with negative side effects, a more natural option that's proven to work is rosemary. It's going to improve cellular regeneration. So it's going to restore the tissue on your scalp. That's going to help with the hair growth. It also reduces inflammation. So sometimes the inflammation around the hair follicles can cause that breakage or thinning. So rosemary is number one. The second one is lavender. So lavender is just an all around soothing oil. We always call it sort of the Swiss Army knife of oils. It's going to help with so many different things, but soothing and regenerating is one of its properties. And so it's going to promote hair growth, and it's really beneficial for your scalp health. So lavender is the second one. Cedarwood. So cedarwood is one of my favorite oils. We use it for sleep also. But cedarwood is going to balance the hair producing glands in the scalp. So often those glands can kind of get messed up, maybe clogged. And cedarwood is really going to help with that. It's going to promote growth and reduce loss and support that scalp health, what we talked about with the glands. So it's really going to help support too. If you feel like your hair is really oily or really dry, it's going to help balance that out. So that's cedarwood. Peppermint. So peppermint, I like to think of is a stimulant. So If you're needing energy or, you know, your tummy needs to be stimulated, if you know what I mean, then peppermint is the way to go. So it's going to work the same way for blood supply to your hair follicles. Peppermint is going to stimulate blood supply to your hair. So remember I talked about when I was sick and I was reading about why that happens. It's because your body sort of slows down the blood supply to your hair follicles so that it can put all of its energy into healing. And so peppermint is going to help sort of bring back that stimulation to your hair follicles. Tea tree. So tea tree is a really, really versatile oil also. It's going to be most beneficial for people dealing with dandruff. So if you or someone you know is dealing with dandruff, I know I have a teenage son who is really going through some issues with his scalp with all the hormonal changes and things like that. Tea tree is really going to help. It has antifungal properties. So using it on your scalp is going to promote the scalp health by sort of getting rid of any of that fungus that maybe the oil is causing. So that's tea tree. Now we're going to talk a little bit about supplements.
Hey, Sarah, can I ask you a question?
Yes, hop in.
The cedarwood, is that okay to use for kids? Because Delaney's 9 and her hair gets super oily, like 2 days after shower wash day. So can I just like spray it on her scalp, or how do you use it if you're going to use it just like straight?
Yeah, so it is safe for kids. You can always, I'm going to share some recipes at the end that'll kind of show you like how to use it. And when you make those recipes, if you wanted to start with like a smaller number of essential oil drops and maybe more of whatever the carrier is with it, you can do that just to kind of see how they react to it. But yeah, super safe. I mean, we use, I actually have a sleep roller for Leon that has lavender and cedarwood in it, and we just roll it all over him at night before bed. He's 3 and he kind of outgrew the baby sleep oils. They weren't touching it anymore. So so we switched over to that. So yeah, I'll at the end I'll talk about a spray option and also a serum that's gonna work as like drops on the scalp. So you've probably seen there are some products out there that are serums that you drop onto your scalp and kind of massage in. And it's interesting because people will think, okay, well, the hair is oily, so we don't want to add more oil. But that's actually not the case, because what tends to happen is your body is telling your skin that it needs more oil. And so it's producing oil. And then if you add oil to it, then it kind of is like, okay, I don't need to produce as much. So it kind of like levels that out. And she may be already, I know she's a little younger than my son, but you know, she may kind of already be getting to that point of like hormones are starting to change a little bit. And so that can cause some of that oily too. So it can help with that.
Perfect. Thanks.
You're welcome. Anybody else have a question before we move to supplements? Okay. So I just want to talk about a couple of supplements that Young Living has that are amazing. Ningxia Red. Okay, so I actually taught a class not that long ago about just like supplements and how to get started with them and what was a good foundation. And really, Ningxia Red and a multivitamin. So Young Living has a multivitamin as well. And just those two, if you do that, will help you so much. And so Ningxia Red is a drink that we have. It is made from the Ningxia wolfberry. It is full of fruits and vegetables, antioxidants, all those wonderful things for your body. 2 ounces a day is what's recommended. And basically how this is going to help with your hair health is it's going to maintain the collagen in the connective tissues of the hair follicles. And it's going to prevent destruction of the melanin in the hair strands. So you're going to see more vibrant color and retention and integrity of your color. So I know a lot of people will see like sun damage and things like that. And so if you have strong melanin and connective tissue, then that's going to help fight the sun damage, which it's also going to help protect the cuticles. It also prevents graying. And I think that that is just related to the cellular health that's just sort of not, kind of slowing that process of graying in your hair. So Ningxia Red, I drink it every day. So many things. We have a new study out. I should have linked it here, but we just had a study come out that Ningxia also improves sleep. So it's interesting because it can also give you energy during the day, but it promotes restful sleep also. So it's sort of like balancing your body so that you're sleeping soundly and you're awake when you should be. But also it's really, really great for hair health. So that is the first one. It is safe for pretty much all ages too. I started giving it to Leon when he was like, I don't know, 18 months old, and just kind of mixing it with water to kind of water it down a little bit. And then now I can just hand him the little packet like a Capri Sun and he'll drink it like that. And so we all drink that every day. The other one that I wanted to share is Sulfurzyme. So Sulfurzyme comes in a powder or capsule form. I prefer the powder. It's flavored also with the Ningxia wolfberry. And so what I do is I add it to my Ningxia and, just stir it up. And then I'll add like some sparkling water or something to it to make like a little mocktail throughout the day. There's also a capsule. So if you just don't like mixing powders with your drinks or you don't like the taste of it or something like that, you can get the capsule version too. So it's full of MSM. And so there's a lot of research around MSM and hair health. And so I linked a study here that looks at that and just basically shows how many people have reported healthier hair after taking MSM supplements. And so basically how that works is it's a sulfur rich compound and it forms bonds that are going to strengthen the keratin in your hair and influence hair growth. You're also going to see with this type of supplement nail strengthening. So it's kind of one of those supplements that's going to affect hair and nails both. So, I know Rachel is my nail girl. So I know that's important to you too. So Sulfurzyme, it's really great. And I can share I don't have a recipe on here for it, but I do have recipes for like the drink I was talking about that I make every day and other fun ways that you can drink it to get it in your body every day. All right, so I wanted to share a couple of my favorite hair recipes with you all. Mermaid Spray. So this is actually my hair in this picture. So this was before I had some of the hair loss when I got sick and I cut it off at that point to try to kind of like help it grow back. But I was using Mermaid Spray regularly. I've been using it for a while. Pretty much right after I started using oils, I started incorporating Mermaid Spray. But basically what it is you take some of those oils we talked about earlier, rosemary, lavender, and cedarwood, and put them. So I'm trying to think if I have a spray bottle that is 4 ounce. Oh, this might be 2 ounce or something, but just a spray bottle like this. You can use, I say a 4 ounce, you can put it in a 2 ounce too if you want, but a spray bottle, and then you'll add the rosemary, lavender, and cedarwood, and then a splash of witch hazel, and then fill the rest with water. And that's it. And so for your kids, like you could make a really cute little label with a mermaid and, they would really love that. So that's one way. And you can do it lots of different ways. Like sometimes I'll do it while my hair is wet right out of the shower. That works. You can also do it though on dry hair. So like if I'm not going to wash my hair that night or something, then I'll spray it. And I try to get my scalp really good. So I'll kind of pull my hair apart and spray it there, and then kind of just rub it in like this. And it's very minimal. You don't need a lot of the essential oil for it to work. So it's very minimal, and these oils will last you a really long time when you're making these recipes. And then for your kids, if you wanted, this calls for 10 drops of each. But if you wanted to drop it down to 5 or something like that and try it out, that's totally fine too. So it is pretty flexible, but it's really great. And a lot of people have reported that it has helped with hair growth. I had one friend she has cystic fibrosis, And so she had dealt with a lot of hair loss. It was just thinning, you know, from just her body being under a lot of stress with that illness. And she was using it regularly, and she was posting pictures. And I mean, you could see the new growth. It was pretty cool. And then another one, which is the freebie that I'm going to send you all that were on here first, is a hair serum. So this is one of my favorite ways to use the oils for your hair. And this is just basically in a dropper bottle. And I actually have, let me show you this one. I have one of these dropper bottles. I really love it. You can get these on Amazon, super cute. And you just, argan oil is actually, you know, it's a carrier oil, so it's going to help get the essential oils onto your skin, and it's really good for hair too. So I prefer to use argan oil in the serum, but you don't have to. You can use coconut oil, avocado oil, almond oil, you know, whatever kind of carrier oil that you like or that you have, you can use. And then just 5 drops rosemary, 5 drops lavender. You can add some of those other oils that we talked about earlier too. It's totally up to you, but this is kind of the one that I use the most. And so you'll just take some drops, and, you know, same kind of thing with the mermaid hair. You'll just like drop some right on your scalp, just kind of all around. And especially like right in this area for me, because that tends to be kind of where mine gets a little thinner. And then you'll just massage it in. And usually what I'll do is do that at night. And that way it kind of like soaks in overnight. And then by the morning, your hair is, you know, it's not looking like you just put oil in it. So I'm going to send y'all a little dropper bottle of that to try out. And you'll have to let me know what you think. And that's pretty much all I have. So I flew through that, which is good. I didn't want to waste anyone's time. I know I'm so thankful that y'all were able to hop on tonight. I know time is so valuable, but I wanted to let you know that what I did to try to make it easier is I created a healthy hair bundle for you to, if you want to purchase some of this. So how it'll work is you'll click the link and I'll send it to all of you that were on here tonight. And it will bring up all of the items that I talked about tonight. But what you can do is you can pick and choose from those items which ones you want to buy. So it'll pop it up. If you want to buy them all, you just select all and check out. Or if you just want to buy certain ones, then you can, you know, just uncheck the ones that you don't want. So I will send that link